We will solve the same problem using another technique. We just sketch the two vectors, vector v, negative 5, 2, with the initial point at the origin, and vector w, negative 3, negative 4, also put the initial point at the origin. And we want to find theta that's between 0 and pi, including endpoints. We will find the magnitude of vector v, which is the magnitude of negative 5, 2. That's the same as square root of negative 5 squared plus 2 squared, equals square root of 29. The magnitude of vector w equals the magnitude of negative 3, negative 4, equals square root of negative 3 squared plus negative 4 squared, equals 5. We will also find the distance between the two endpoints of the vectors, negative 5, 2 and negative 3, negative 4. We use the distance formula. Square root of negative 5 minus negative 3 all squared plus 2 minus negative 4 squared equals square root of 4 plus 36 equals square root of 40, which is the same as square root of 4 times square root of 10. That's the same as 2 root 10. We actually find the distance between these 2 points. Using the law of cosines, we have cosine of theta equals square root of 29 squared plus 5 squared minus square root of 40 squared over 2 times square root of 29 times 5. That equals 29 plus 25 minus 40 over 10 square root of 29. That equals 14 over 10 square root of 29, which reduced to 7 over 5 times square root of 29. Then theta equals arc cosine of 7 over 5 square root of 29, which is exactly the same as what we got before. That's approximately 1.31. Vector v equals 1, 3. Vector w equals negative 2, negative 5. We'll find the angle between the two vectors. The magnitude of vector v equals square root of 1 squared plus 3 squared, which is square root of 10. The magnitude of vector w equals square root of negative 2 squared plus negative 5 squared, which is square root of 29. Vector v dot vector w equals the product of the x components, 1 times negative 2 plus the product of the y components, 3 times negative 5. That equals negative 17. Using the formula we got, theta equals arc cosine of negative 17 over square root of 10 times square root of 29. We make sure the calculator is in radian mode. Arc cosine, negative 17 divided by square root of 10, close the parentheses, divided by square root of 29, close the parentheses 2 times, equals. Theta is approximately 3.08. We will sketch the vectors. We put the initial points at the origin. We have the vector 1, 3 and the vector negative 2, negative 5. This is the angle between the two vectors. It's not quite a straight angle, which is pi, which is approximately 3.14, but it is not deviating from our result of theta. Vector v equals 2, 1. Vector w equals 4, 2. The magnitude of vector v is the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared, which is the square root of 5. The magnitude of vector w is the same as square root of 4 squared plus 2 squared, which is square root of 20. We factor 20 into 4 times 5. Then it equals 2 root 5. Vector v dot vector w equals 2 times 4 plus 1 times 2, which is 10. Theta equals arc cosine of 10 over root 5 times 2 root 5. That's the same as arc cosine of 10 over 10. because root 5 times 2 root 5 is 10, and 10 over 10 is 1. Arc cosine of 1 is the same as 0. We draw the two vectors to check our result. We have the vector 2, 1 and the vector 4, 2. They align with each other on our rough sketch. Our result is correct.